Hi Capricorn, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with a monthly message for November 2020. I know it's been a little while since we've done one of these. I took a couple of months off from the monthly readings, but glad to be back here with them again. We are doing a little bit of a different layout for this month's reading. I've shuffled out 3 oracle cards from Queen of the Moon Oracle, gorgeous deck. And then we have tarot cards for the deeper message for each of your oracles from Tarot of the Cat People. All right, as always, I'm going to recommend you watch your sun, moon, and rising videos as well. You got the whole month to enjoy those. But these are all about the energy atmosphere of November and how those energies may be influencing you, blessing you, bearing down on you a bit. So check them all out. Enjoy them. So let's get into it. And before that, actually, on the 3rd of November, Mercury goes direct. On the 15th of November, we have a new moon in Scorpio. I know, shocker. We're having another repeat of Scorpio season from last year. Then we have a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Gemini on the 30th of November. So just some high points to keep in mind as you go along. So your first oracle card is resilience, and this card speaks to your journey and some of the burdens of the journey. I see this as this card is so similar to the 10 of Wands for me in tarot, and I would not be surprised at all to turn over the 10 of Wands somewhere in this reading. But it speaks to a little bit of weariness along the way. So that's a feeling of spiritual growth and development. It's also a feeling of something that you've held in consideration for manifestation, held it in heart space for a long period of life experience. And that pack on this person's back feels a whole lot like how, when, where, if ever. There's some vulture thoughts circling in there as well. And there's no judgment on this. It's just an acknowledgement that we do feel this way from time to time when it comes to what we are in manifestation for and how we hold those considerations within us and we nurture them. So I'm not ignoring the story that I see developing here in the 3 cards, because your next card is hunger, and then the one after that is nourishment. So there is a fulfillment that's taking place here. And the hunger, I feel, if we take away the word itself and look only at the artistry, and there's that wolf howling at that beautiful full moon, right? And wouldn't it feel liberating to set down this pack? Now, remember though that the title of this card is resilience, and it's speaking to how you are able to dig in when the going gets a little bit tough for you. So yes, we have the vulture thoughts. We do wonder when and how and if ever from time to time, and that creates a heaviness to our energy. It's beautiful though that you liberate yourself from it. So let's see what the tarot has to say about resilience for you. Your first card is Ace of Swords. I like that. Well, it's an ace, which means it's a divine and cosmic gift for us. This is the universe lending us a hand up. And this particular ace is a reminder for us to stay connected to how you felt at the beginning of the journey when you were first in consideration for what you're holding in manifestation, what you're holding in heart space, right? There was enthusiasm, there was excited anticipation, and sometimes those energies are a little bit difficult to foster when we're carrying that kind of weight on our back. So the Ace of Swords is a reminder to us that we can use that sword to cut away energies that would put us into resistance, would narrow our field of potential or possibility rather than expand it. I feel that the Ace of Swords is here to remind us to do just that, expand rather than contract. And it does take strength and resilience to do such a thing. So what I feel here, where the aces are divine and cosmic gifts on offer to us, there's something in your environment, there is something in your atmosphere that is a kind of assistance. And it may be, this happened to me actually this week, it may be that somebody says something to you and you have a, oh yeah, I'll consider that. And then someone else entirely different, not connected to that other conversation at all, tells you the same thing. And it's a repetitive message. So that may be the assistance that you receive that allows you to see where you may be feeling burdened or overwhelmed or wondering what if, when, or how. And you're able to realign yourself with brilliant clarity. And the other message of the Ace of Swords is everlasting strength, which connects us yet again to resilience. Coming next, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I love this knight. He's one of my favorites. And what I love so much about him is that he doesn't miss a thing, nor will you. And that's really his confirmation and his encouragement here in the reading. He is the least impetuous of all the knights. And he gets a lay of the land before he even takes a single step. He is reliable. So not only are you resilient, having brilliant clarity about these moments, you are reliable to your own self, you are reliable to your path, and you are reliable to what you're holding in consideration. And then Four of Cups. This is another card where I feel it's a card of count your blessings. I know that that is not necessarily the meaning that you're going to read about when you look this card up in tarot. This is traditionally a card about feeling apathetic or going into some emotionally neutral state of being. The artwork on this card, though, two other signs have received this one, and I have felt the same way about it for their readings as well. There's just this little drop coming out of this cup right here. And my feeling of the Four of Cups, as I just said, is all about counting your blessings. Taking the opportunity for an energetic investment in cherishing and savoring all the gifts that have come for you. This is the Ace of Cups to the power of 4. And remember that the Ace of Cups is an overflow of love, bliss, and happiness, right? In the Four of Cups, we're seeing just this little drop come out of it. And here again is a nod to your resilience. You've squeezed absolutely every drop out of the blessings that have come your way. And so you've made way for more. There'll be a whole lot more room for more as soon as you set down that burden right there. And you will. You'll cut away what no longer serves you. Next, about resilience. Looky here. 10 of Wands. Ooh, I'm delighted to see it since I asked for it. Nice. I'm glad for you to see that because 10 is completion and fulfillment in tarot. I don't care what 10 it is. You have reached a level of fulfillment and satisfaction with something. And so this leg of your journey is fulfilling. The 10 of Wands literally means to set down a burden. What comes with it? The 3 of Cups. So now we have consecutive here with the 3 and the 4. But also, the 3 of Cups is a card of celebration. And it is the bringing together of energies. So one energy combined with another creates something completely different in the third energy. And that's delightful. So this is about moving energy on. You're being mindful of what you hold appreciation for. You're being mindful of what serves you. And you're cutting away what doesn't. Beautiful Ace of Swords there. So you've got swords and cups showing up for you. And they are valuable assets at this time. Next. You have the High Priest. This is the Hierophant. It's a great card, and it goes so nicely with this set of cards because it indicates that you're taking a look at just what we were talking about. What's serving you, what's not serving you. What's part of your programming and belief system that could be stored away in that pack on the Resilience card? And how much of that can you let go? Simply ask yourself the question, what have I not considered? And then allow yourself to receive the answer from your inner wisdom, from the divine all, from the aces. The answer or answers will come. The High Priest or the Hierophant is a great card for challenging belief system and programming. And, you know, again, it's loaded in that pack. So, what if? Here's a what if for you. What if you just set it down right now? Consider it. Coming with it, King of Swords. I love this. We have the Ace and the King. So we've run the suit between two cards here. We have the beginning and we have the end here with the King of Swords. This is about making strategic decisions for yourself. He and the Queen are both brilliant strategists. And another of their messages is that they don't suffer any foolishness. And again, that pack is somewhat loaded with foolishness. And there's no judgment there. I know it sounds as if it's a judgmental word, but we do find ourselves wandering into these realms, and we understand that's energy that does not serve, but this is what creates self-mastery. The kings and queens are all about self-mastery. So having the mastery to notice when you are indulging in or investing in energies that don't serve the journey. It's beautiful. Continue to do it. Continue to challenge it. It's all opportunity. All right, let's move on to your hunger card. Yeah, I feel that this is a card of liberation. I do not feel that it is a greedy card at all. I don't feel that that wolf is actually hungry. I do feel, though, that the essence of liberation and freedom is there on the card, and you, in these moments on Resilience, might find yourself yearning for, longing for. Yearning or longing could be considered hunger, and you just need to let your spirit free for a bit. You got to run wild a bit. Let's see what the tarot has to say about it. First, the Hanged Man. Ooh. Enlightenment. Beautiful. A pause in the action. I like that this card is here. I like that it's right there in the center of the reading. So a pause in the action, and it's for enlightenment. This is you asking those questions. What have I not considered? What could I do differently? And then receiving the enlightenment in the form of answers, and then taking action on those answers. Beautiful. Next, we have the Page of Swords with the Knight of Cups. Something else is coming out of these cards here. With the Page of Swords in the reading, it feels as though the Ace and the King have contributed to a new way of thinking, being, doing, considering. And it is a way that you may not have a lot of experience with at this time, though you feel enlightened nonetheless. And the enlightenment from the Hanged Man inspires you to embrace the energy of the Knight of Cups. And that knight is carrying the Ace of Cups, suggesting that that knight is carrying forward an offer. And in the Suit of Cups, it's connected to the realm of emotion. It is also connected to the love, bliss, and happiness of the overflow that comes of the Ace of Cups. So you may be considering making an offer within beloved relationship. And this feels new and fresh to you. This feels, as I look at these cards over here, I feel this journey has reached its peak. It's at its apex. And now it's time for you to journey along in a Three of Cups style here. I feel the offer coming off that 3 and that 4 as well. You've gone as far as you can go alone. And it doesn't mean that you necessarily need or have to have. You are at a point of desiring to share. And that may be the very thing that you've been in consideration for manifestation and holding in heart space. And now you feel, as you pause in the action and you've set yourself free and your wild spirit is out there howling at the moon, you'd be very comfortable to have somebody howling right next to you. Consider it. Okay, next we have, all right, 6 of Pentacles. The other thing I feel here is that you may question what you have to offer. You may, in a Page of Swords way, with the vulture thought and an ego voice, think that you don't have enough to offer. And the 6 of Pentacles is the perfect response to that consideration, because this is a card of harmony and balance, giving and receiving, generosity, sharing, and reciprocity. You have more than enough to share. And if you are making a love offer at this time, inviting someone to share in your world and you in theirs, the two of you together have an absolutely fantastic, abundant overflow. So if that's something you're carrying on your back here on resilience, it's another thing you can set down. And look at this, 10 of Cups. Talk about abundance and fulfillment. This 10 is, for me as a reader, it is as happy a card to receive as the Sun or the 4 of Wands. This falls in the category of one of the happiest cards in tarot. Again, it is fulfillment, satisfaction, but it's in the Suit of Cups, so it's love, it's bliss, it's emotional awareness, being alert and intimate emotionally as well, deeply connected within self and deeply connected with another. It's so beautiful. So yeah, do you have enough to share? Is your foundation abundant enough to support you and another? Yes, absolutely. And by support, I'm not talking financial. I am talking emotional, mental, spiritual. Yes. And then 7 of Cups. Well, I call that the spoiled for choice card. I know it is a card of chaos and confusion and thinking and considering. Yes. And we'll get to that. But I will say, in answer to, do you have enough? Yes, you do. You are spoiled for choice for how much you want to share. Have to share. There's so much bounty on overflow. You are a cornucopia, and so is a person you may be in consideration for beloved relationship. And so you bring those two bounties together and whoa, look out. So the 7 of Cups, this could be a card of overthinking and taking a look at what is available now that you feel a sense of freedom and liberation. You've given yourself some room to run here with the Hunger card. And you're pausing in the action, and the 7 of Cups comes flowing in, which is heaven on earth, number 7 in tarot. And you're feeling that. You're much more at ease with yourself. And then comes a bit of overthinking, like, how do I do this? You're back at resilience again. When do I do this? Hows and whens are really all for divine order. That's not our job. It's simply what. And the 7 of Cups will have us refocusing on heaven on earth. So when it comes to making choice and decision, lean into what does heaven on earth look or feel like to you and go there. The hows, the whens. Again, that's for divine order. Let's move on to nourishment, because here you are fulfilled. You were hungry, now you're full. You are nourished. Your first card is 6 of Swords. Back to the swords for you, Capricorn. This is a great card. It's more balance, it's more harmony, and it's moving on. You can see it. You've come out of this energy over here, which was a bit stark, maybe a little bit harsh, but definitely ready to complete and fulfill. And now you're headed in a brand new direction. You move into a more abundant universe of your own making. So you do move it along. You do fulfill yourself very well. Quite likely you make the offer. Then you have the moon. I love this card. The moon is all about our intuition, staying connected to it, listening to the inner guidance. It never steers us wrong. And what's so beautiful about our intuition is that it keeps coming with consistency. The ego will be erratic and all over the place, and its voice will be somewhat anxious. The voice of intuition, though, is calm, steady, consistent, and it doesn't let up, but not in a pressured way. It's actually quite graceful. So something of the unknown becomes known to you here. There's a little bit of mystery mixed in with the moon. And then justice. More harmony, more balance. You've got the Six of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles, and here we are with justice holding the Ace of Swords. So we're back to that over here. That's fulfillment as well. So something satisfies, something fulfills, connected to what we're talking about here, and maybe beyond that as well. You may quite literally have something in your world that requires signing, completion. Yeah, this justice card feels just a little bit separate from this whole message over here. You may actually be dealing with documents at this time. And how you are moving into this beautiful, abundant flow blesses what's on the justice card for you at this time. And I feel that the intuition that you have lends itself to taking an action, and then that action brings the harmony and the balance that the justice card is suggesting is available to you at this time. Okay. And then Eight of Wands. Yeah. And then this is more momentum and movement. So this was picking up speed. Here we were like reaching the top of the mountain, and the uphill climb can be slow and it can be arduous, but we made it, we did it, and we found all this bounty there and celebration as well, and we were delving right into it, and then that picked up some kind of momentum for us in our six, started moving energy along, and now it's picking up speed on the Eight of Wands. This is swift moving energy. And it's also information incoming. And I do feel with the moon there, your intuition is a bit like channeling. It's like a cosmic download of information that you end up taking action on that benefits whatever your justice situation is at this time, Capricorn. The Eight of Wands is also in ancient tarot considered a marriage card. It is the bringing together of two very stable energies. So I love that message here in the reading, because I do feel that consideration in the Knight of Cups. A love offer is being made, which creates a Ten of Cups style foundation with the bounty and generosity and reciprocity of the Six of Pentacles here. So it is the bringing together of two independent individuals, which creates an interdependent relationship rather than, as we've said many times in the daily readings, a codependent relationship. That is beautiful. Let's see what's next. Oh, goodness. Yeah. The Ace of Cups. That confirms the message there for me. There's something definitely going on in the realm of relationship, and it is abundantly beneficial to you and your beloved. And I feel that if you have a concern over here about your beloved and their ability to say yes, the Ace of Cups feels like, I feel a touch of the other person you're in consideration for as I look at the Ace, and they are just so ready for that offer. And as a matter of fact, I feel like you may synchronistically make the offer to one another. Yeah, that's beautiful. Next we have, look at this, the Sun. Here we come with the happiest cards in tarot. We've got the 10. We have the Ace. We've got some really brilliantly beautiful cards here as well. And now the Sun, the actual happiest card in tarot. Love, bliss, connection, harmony, happy homes, happy families, happy self-relationship, happy beloved relationship. in your career and how you are of service, there's overflow there as well. The sun is shining brightly upon you and everything you are connected to. Not only that, you've got harmony in the Six of Pentacles, you have harmony in the Six of Swords, you have harmony in justice, and you have it here in the sun. Beautiful. And then, look at the Two of Cups. What was I saying? We have the Ace and the Two. One after the other. We have the Ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 10, the Knight, all in the Suit of Cups. The 7 as well. That's incredible. So there it is. Cheers. Toast. A toast to you and to your beloved. There's your yes. That's it, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe here on the channel. It is appreciated. Leave a comment if it's in your heart to do so. Watch your sun, moon, rising videos as well. Definitely check out the dailies and have a fantastic November. Peace, love, joy, overflowing in your reading. Yes. Namaste.